Well, welcome back to You Not. You know how we do this. This is Music Central, part of You're Not Gonna Like This Enterprises. And as always, it is your boy IRA because there is no father to my style. And we're going to keep it rocking.
Time out. I know you've been watching all that Wu-Tang, but you need to stop.
Hey, man, you know how I do. You know, look, I did Jay-Z in episodes 1, 2, and 3, so now it's on to ODB. You feel me? All right. But enough with the catchphrases and punchlines. You know, as it goes, we still in Act 1, guys. You know, this is episode 4. And this time we go to the Michael side of things, otherwise known as Peanut. We take a look at his favorite artist, favorite album. And unfortunately, he chose Relapse. Unfortunately. Don't know why he chose this album. Because
nobody feels good to be back. I'm having a relapse.
A disappointment, if you will. He had a lot of projects, but I bet you nobody talks about a track off Relapse to this day. To this day, I promise. Nobody talks about a track. But before we get into all that, let's go ahead and get into, the segment from last episode. What caught your ear? You're here. And it's, I'm gonna kick it off now. Come on, I had this, man. Look. It was this guy, YG. YG has caught my ear over the last couple of weeks. And look, man, it's two things. Hard bottoms and white socks. Talk about the West Coast. I'm the face of it. Hard bottoms, white socks. I'm the face of it. We're going to do this one for hip hop. I'm the face of this. Look, we can go all day. I can do the whole first verse if I really wanted to. And then obviously the second thing was Peanut's not going to like this one, but his best album, My Crazy Life. What we talking about here? You know it. Who do you love? BPT. We can go all day, Big and Back being bull. When I was gone, Meet the Flockers. Me and him got in an argument. I said Meet the Flockers was on take over Jay-Z level. He was like, whoa.
Because it's not.
You might be going too far. Jamil looking at me like he ain't in the same group chat. But like, that's what I said. But look,
there's no way you said that.
All I'm gonna say is, Meet the Flockers was unavailable on YG's album for a small period of time because parents had problems with the song because it literally taught you how to rob a house. Literally step by step on how you rob a house. Literally
that was not why.
That was one of the reasons.
No, there was only one reason. That's because he said something about Chinese people.
Oh yeah, that too. That was
the only reason,
bro. It was 2 reasons, bro. It was not just muted last year, bro. It was a couple of reasons. It was a couple of reasons why. It was a couple of reasons. The first one, YG didn't care about, but because the things going on with the Asian community, stop Asian hate, he had to take that out. So that's how that goes, because it's like, that's how it rocks. But yeah, My Crazy Life, Meet the Flockers. When I Was Gone. Man, look, that might be one of the best tracks on the entire album.
That's true gangbanging.
I heard you on Whoever, Love You Again. I Could Never. Went out, man. Look, man, we can go all day. Have me pull a hammer on a ooh, fine. All right, we can keep going with that. But I think and we can't forget My Hitter. And then My Hitter, for lack of better terms, and then I gotta bring it out. Yeah, you gotta hit the mama. Oh man, let me take this weight off your shoulders. I'm talking to mama. Look, man, look, that's a masterpiece.
That song is hard. Very
masterpiece.
Very hard.
That's all what caught my ear. Peanut thinks Still Brazy is YG's best album. I think My Crazy Life. Let us know in the comments, what is YG's best album? We gonna really see what is his best album. But who's next?
Go ahead, P.
All right. Well, there's a couple of them. So Flo Milli got a new track called Ice Baby. That joint hard. And what else? Flo Milli and Big Yabo.
Who?
Big Yabo.
Who is that? Who is Big Yabo?
Look, D put me on, man. D put me on.
you gotta talk to your sisters. That's in a race. You gotta start talking to the girls.
We apologize for the
Hey,
Stop talking to the girls.
artists.
y'all gotta listen to that.
Is he
shit.
even on Spotify, bro?
He on Apple Music. He should be on Spotify. Big Yabo, man.
Big Yabo.
Yabo.
Bro, that sound, bro.
Y-A-B-O.
Man, that sound like a cereal. Get out of here. Next.
Sound like a what?
Sound like a cereal. You heard me, Big Yabo.
Come on, man.
Come get your Big Yabos, 2 for $5, fella. Come get your big 2 for $5.
Big Yabo.
Get out of here. I hope that's not what culture is, man. Look, you embarrassing the segment.
Bro, was what caught my. You listen to it, you be like, dang, this shit is hard.
No,
it might be hard.
But before Jamil goes, we do got to talk about the anniversary of the Chief Keef song. 8 years, almost just over 8 years ago, a couple days ago from when this was recorded, which is today. But, Chief Keef dropped Love Social, so anniversary to the greatest trap song of all time, probably.
Oh, wow.
That is a wild reach.
Probably.
That is a wild reach.
Probably.
There's 3 niggas in Atlanta that have trap songs way over that.
I mean, can they beat Love Sosa? Love Sosa was an anthem.
Don't disrespect. The person I'm about to talk about, that's who you disrespected, right?
I'm assuming he's going with Young Jeezy. He has to be going with Jeezy. So only Atlanta man.
Nah, he's not going with Jeezy.
The king of the South. Don't not disrespect T.I.
T.I. Okay, what T.I. song is? What T.I. song that's called Show It as being Love Sosa?
His whole first half of his career with trap, however.
What song called Show It as being Love Sosa? Let's hear this. Go ahead.
No, his whole catalog. But
bro, you got the whole T.I. catalog. Man, that all that culture is.
Love Sosa. Ain't no you don't know me. It's not.
I mean, the only song from T.I. off the top of my head that's gonna compete with Love Sosa, Rubber Band Man, 45 on my left.
Yeah, I was gonna say it ain't no Rubber Band Man.
Who it is?
Why y'all like that?
On my right. Who it is? I'm a man. Look,
Rubber Band.
David Banner went crazy on that song, man.
We talking about David Banner. It's stunting as a habit. Stunting as a habit.
The butterfly, though. Stunting as a habit.
But I mean,
that's it. That's it.
That Love
Sosa only the whole catalog, like not one song, just like top them all.
What?
It had to be like one song. Like, damn, the whole catalog. Like T.I. got a big ass catalog.
I went back and listened to T.I. I feel like T.I. don't get some of the love he deserves.
So we talking.
Yes, he do.
No, he don't.
Yes, he do.
We don't talk about T.I. We should be talking about.
If T.I. see this, I'm sorry about this. So we talking about T.I. We talking about T.I. before prison or after prison? Which one we talking?
All of T.I. We should talk.
Bro, damn, the entire discography, shit. Oh, that's a lot to catch. That's a lot to catch a man's ear. T.I. got like 12 albums. Like shit.
But just go one back to listen to some stuff like T.I.'s features and shit like that. Like,
like you ain't got a specific like T.I. versus Tip, Paperwork, something.
I went back to you want Pacific. I think it was King. It was King.
King? Oh yeah. Now why you wanna do like that man? That's go crazy. That's fire.
We need to talk about that. I would say
might
this.
We might have to do an.
I will say this though. He got a better catalog than 50.
Than 50 Cent?
Yeah.
50 Cent only got
then
2
Curtis
albums.
Jackson himself?
50 Cent only got 2 albums.
But they talk about 50 in a bigger light.
Like Jamil presented with Ready to Die last week, is anything in T.I.'s catalog beating something off 50's catalog? Like
T.I. whole catalog be 50 Cent whole catalog.
I mean, Get Rich or Die Trying, he got a lot on there, and then Candy Shop a little bit. It's deep.
Yeah, I got features. That's gonna be into that.
All right, cool. Get back up. Tell you. All right, I'm done.
But 50 Cent only really got 2 albums. He got a lot more albums, but there's only two that hit.
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna argue that. It's just like 50 Cent. Those 2 albums got some timeless tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, they do definitely.
So, that's why I said that. Like that's tough. That's like Andre 3000 songs. Like, ooh, he ain't got a deep solo catalog, but he got some tracks.
That ain't damn.
Now that you talk about T.I., we definitely gotta do an act on the South. You know what? That might be what the future will be. We're gonna go to all regions. We're gonna hit the Midwest.
Y'all know who I'm riding with in the South.
The West.
Jesus.
So yeah, we're gonna hit all that. We definitely gonna hit the area, the regions of the US. Oh, sorry, Drake, you're Canada, bro. Might not make it. Sorry, we might have to But anyways, that's enough of that. Let's get into Relapse.
Get straight to these payments, nigga.
Oh, so first off, we got favorite track, best track.
Wait, don't we gotta talk about it first?
I mean, can I get there, please?
Sorry.
See, man, look. This
you the boss, get him. You the boss, you better get him.
Peter is one of the prime reasons you can't go into business with your friends because they always try to dictate where they don't need to dictate nothing. Nothing. I'm sorry, but
that's wild.
He trying to host the show for me.
That's wild, son. My bad. You the boss.
Before we get into the album review of Relapse, I was gonna go with the favorite track. All right, so my favorite track is Old Time Sake, and then a 1 more time for Old Man Sake. Dre, drop that beat and scratch that bass. I got that. That one I got. That one I got down the heart. That's the one song I can get with. I mean, that's my favorite track. It's weird because I really only like 2 tracks from the album, so it's like they one and the same for favorite and best track. Because I can't lie, my mom, you get the fingers like a rock roller.
Oh my Jesus!
You go crazy. Look. Sorry, look, you can't say it is, but when you got the beat, it's like my mom. You get good, bro. You can do it. I encourage somebody to listen to that song right now and just go like that. You understand exactly how it goes. But I ain't really a best or a favorite. I think those are the only 2 tracks that really resonated with on the album for me. So they kind of one the same. Jamil, go ahead, because we're gonna take like 30 minutes to get through his tracks.
I ain't gonna lie to you. My favorite part of this album was just the skits. The skits are hard. I don't know what that Dr. West shit is hard.
Look, bro, I thought he was gonna say something else. I thought he was gonna say the favorite part of the album is when it ended. I was like,
that's what I thought he was gonna say.
Okay.
Like, no way you about to do this.
I was about to be done. I was like, dang.
Nah, but the skits are hard. Yeah, the skits are hard.
Family, bro. And he don't even like that.
I said, what I'm gonna do when I'm about to party and they drink? Take a drink.
Take the hands off.
Hands off. But the kids, I ain't gonna lie to you. The song, didn't listen to none of them. Didn't listen. They just played. Them. But I did realize when I was listening to it, I liked it most of the beats. He had a great. There was a great beat.
The beats were the best part.
So the music. Look, this is the same thing I said about J.O.A.T. This is a relevant album. It's just out there in this catalog. Nobody care about it. It's just out there. But it was cool. It ain't horrible. It ain't good either though. But yeah.
Fellas, Relapse.
Yeah, what Joe talking about? I'm gonna shit.
All right, Peanut. Bring it on.
So it ain't even gonna take me that long. I already know what my favorites are. So my favorite track on the album is "Drop the Bomb on Them." That's on the refill part. So the deluxe, "Drop the Bomb on Them." The best track probably be "Deja Vu."
For viewer understanding. Okay, so Eminem released this album 3 times. You got the Relapse, you got the deluxe, you got the refill. Now look, I agree.
No. Refill is the bonus tracks. That's the actual deluxe.
I know how that's how it's released. The Relapse.
All right.
I got that part right. I know. Let me do my thing, man. But anyways, look, I didn't do the Relapse only because that is what 14 songs max. Yeah.
Nah,
Peanut
Nah, it's
tried
like
to convince
it's
us
a lot.
to listen to the refill. 2 hours of Eminem.
I ain't gonna lie.
2 hours, bro. Do you know how long? Look, J. Cole, my favorite artist. I consider J. Cole 2 hours. That's a lot of damn music.
When I
2
seen that,
hours of one man.
Oh, Jam trying.
No
What you say, Jam?
features.
I was talking about the refill. I was like, I know they ain't talking about
The
no dumb.
refill was 1 hour and 52 minutes long, and that shit had no features.
It did have features.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. 50 and Dre was on there.
They were just there in the
Dr.
studio.
Dre is not a feature.
Dr. Dre had a verse.
He's not a feature. Dr.
If
Dre
Eminem
produced the
wrote-
music. He produced
If
the
Eminem
music.
wrote it, it's not a feature because it's just Eminem and Dr. Dre voice.
50 was on there.
Eminem probably wrote that too.
Ooh, the same person in the same label.
Still won't put it
Oh,
out.
here we go.
Look, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Look, for your eyes only, you had people clamoring to try to get on that. We had other artists that wanted to.
I fucking doubt it.
We had other. Let me finish now. Look, we had other artists that wanted to be on those albums.
Bro,
No,
who said they wanted to be on that album?
Was technically still in his prime when he dropped Relapse, and I ain't never heard a man say, "Yo, I should have been on Relapse."
First of all, he was not in his prime.
It was not.
I don't know where you thought that. I don't know where you got that from.
Technically.
There was no technically. He was not in his prime because he just got out of a hiatus. The nigga ain't make music for like 5 years.
Oh, that's right, because he was too busy. Mariah Carey dissed him 3 times, so he had to recover.
He tried to dig it out. Hey, where the fuck you been?
Hey, look, that's funny. You know, that's funny. That's funny. You know, he took a hiatus. He dated Mariah Carey, so he's having a relapse over Mariah. So when he recovered, he dropped Recovery. Hey, that's one and the same.
Got nothing to do with Mariah, but okay.
I'm just saying, that's probably why she dropped the track. Why you so obsessed with me? Because my man was having relapses over Mariah, and he recovered. So then he dropped Not Afraid. He was not afraid of the women no more. Amen to that. All right, I'm done.
Like I said. I don't even remember, man. What? Somebody said something.
You said you was talking about the album, and you was just talking about the album. That's all.
We was talking about features. That's what it was. We was talking about features.
50 Cent.
Nobody wanted to be on J. Cole's album. Nobody wanted to be on that shit.
Look, if you have a feature with somebody that is your signee on the same label on your project, that's not really a feature, bro.
Why not?
It's not really a feature.
Why
bro.
not?
I mean, like, I don't consider the J. Cole Bars a feature. Like, bro, they on the same label. They probably making the music together.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's a terrible logic, B.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Terrible.
So all right, so Kendrick and Schoolboy Q, they make a lot of music together. So Kendrick dropped a whole album. And Schoolboy Q just got one verse on there, so he made the whole album with him.
I mean, the music has a terrible logic. I agree to it. I don't explain it. I agree to it. Like, I let it go. Go ahead, Pete. Review it overall. Like, why is this your favorite album?
All right, first, I ain't never say it was his best album.
But
it's far from his best. It's far from his best. It's my favorite though.
We know.
It's my favorite though, and I'm gonna tell you why it's my favorite. Because it won't even Slim Shady talking to me. It was some other like source of power he tapped into to come up with those dark rhymes. I like that dark shit. I like that killing. I like that. I ain't gonna say the other thing, but I like the killing. I like the killing people. I like the other stuff. Know what I'm saying?
I like that dark stuff.
What is wrong with you?
I like the dark stuff.
I'm with you.
Like the shock value. Like
yeah.
If you would sit down with me, all the niggas I listen to, they have like shock value, most of them. But I just like that shit. Like it's just like dark. Like I know you're not doing it for real. I ain't gonna go out and do this shit. But I appreciate that you putting it together. Yeah.
Feel good. I'm
feel good.
See, you don't listen to any of that shock value. You don't know about
like I ain't saying everything you got to listen to a shock value, but like the shit that is shock value, he got to go over he went over the top with it.
He go there.
Yeah, like he said, I'm in the bed with 2 brain dead lesbian vegetables. Who the fuck comes up with that?
That's crazy.
Who the fuck says that?
Brain dead.
That shit was crazy.
They didn't
the only man that would even fathom about saying a lyric like that is Eminem. Nobody would ever put that in the paper.
Hey man, there's a lot of people that try to do it. He the only one that
actually
do it. Well, he is one of the greatest. He is one of the greatest lyricists of all time. So I expect him to be able to do things that nobody would expect.
That's the thing. Like he put it, like the way he wrote it, it was so good. Like you forget, like he really ain't talking about like no deep shit. He just talk about killing and raping people.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And I appreciated that.
It's like it's a line in hip hop, right, where people don't cross. Eminem
was way on the other side of it, bitch.
Eminem don't.
Eminem passed that line when he released Stand like 22 years ago.
The same line that people don't cross. Eminem jump rope that motherfucker.
Yeah, he jumped over that.
Bro, he crossed that line a long time, way before Relapse was even thought of.
He gonna go there. That's probably one of his best straight.
Nah, Relapse is like he went there. He went way out there. Like the album before that, like you hear it sometimes, but Relapse was just that. Like you ain't getting nothing else but that. Man, look, you got like 2 or 3 deep songs, but like other than that.
I mean, look, y'all say he just passed that line, but he passed that line to Marshall Mathers LP. I'm trying to tell you, bro. When he dropped Stan, when Stan was talking to him, he was talking about I'm about to drive over this cliff. I was like, what? Whoa.
All right, I don't think you're listening. And you try to tell me what I know about the dude I listen to.
You saying he's way past the line. I'm like,
all right. So look at it this way. So look at it this way. So Marshall Mathers LP is right here. So the line is right here, right?
I wouldn't say that.
Marshall Mathers LP is right there on the line. Relapse is way over here.
He's saying he ain't go crazy. Marshall Mathers, he went over the line, but he didn't go there though.
Yeah, like he said some shit. He said some shit on the Marshall Mathers LP. Relapse was only that.
Yeah, I don't care about. I'm over there.
Chloroseptic, brother. Jeez.
That's Revival. We're talking about 3 different albums now.
You can stretch Peanut out.
I'm not an fan. Sorry.
I know. I'm trying to educate you, just so we can have a conversation.
Or you could just show us a better album. That could have worked too.
Bro, no. You said favorite album. We could have done 20. Right. I'm not gonna do this again. Not gonna do this again. The point is, I like the shock value of that album. Like the shock value was like 20 out of 10. There was no need for him to say shit on there, but he said it anyway.
All I'm gonna say is for me, the beats were the best part of the album. Dr. Dre was in. I don't know where Dre got them beats from, but bro went back to old Dre like he was in the Chronic or something. Like bro.
Oh yeah, he was wilding.
He was wheeling and dealing them beats. I was like, jeez. I was like, oh.
That's funny you said that. I don't know where Dr. Dre got the beat, but nigga got off his fucking hard drive. Man.
I mean, like Dre was going crazy, but I was like, damn.
Yeah,
Joe had me thinking. I was like, sheesh, where he get these beats from? Why didn't he use these sooner? Like, yo, Dre, it just like affirmed Dre is one of the best producers of all time. It just like it affirmed it.
That's a terrible thing.
Dre is one of the greatest producers of all time. Is a terrible thing.
No, you saying that Relapse confirmed that is terrible.
I mean, if you didn't listen to the Chronic what's the Chronic?
Chronic 2001.
2 Chronics a day and Chronic 2001. Then for those that listen to those 2 albums, there you go.
Or if you hear Rich Dad, you had to listen to Rich Dad Trying. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
Dre got a whole lot of albums he got his
I mean,
hand on.
it's-
I don't think
he
Relapse had anything.
He do. But those are the main two that people talk about, and then this one.
No.
No, nah.
My boy have on one today. I like it.
Ira, nobody talks about Relapse. Nobody talks about Relapse.
And you know, a lot of people say J. Cole's best album is For Your Eyes Only. J. Cole fans, even people that aren't J. Cole fans, but yet you chose Relapse. At least I had
nobody.
that.
I've never heard anybody say that was his best album.
I mean,
I've never heard anybody say For Your Eyes Only was his best album.
I mean,
I thought it was a unanimous decision that
go
2014 was his best.
To get on Twitter after this recording and go check the J. Cole fan page. I bet you a lot of people be like, one of his most underrated albums.
That's underrated, not his best.
Not his best. It's different.
That's underrated, not his best.
Yeah, all right. I give you that, but I bet you nobody talk about Relapse. We have I hate Relapse.
I just said that.
We all know.
I know nobody's talking about
Relapse page. I hate Relapse.
I know people not talking about Relapse. I'm talking about Relapse. I know it ain't his best. It's my favorite though.
Well,
because I know I like the stuff he's saying on there and how he's saying it. The accents and shit going crazy.
Amen. Look, if y'all wondering why we did Act 1, this is why we did Act 1 favorite albums by your favorite artists. Because we get conversations like this. You know, a lot of questionable choices when it comes to albums. A lot of questionable choices. But
it's only
I mean, look, I mean, you right. Y'all two think mine was questionable choice as well, but I would say like this: a lot of people would choose For Your Eyes Only over Relapse. I'm gonna stand on that statement. I think that's
we're not comparing M and J. Cole. We compared M to M right now.
I know. I'm just comparing album to album. I'm just saying because, but it's history though. We talked about that album. We talked about this album. You know, we had two questionable choices. You know. It gets interesting. We're gonna see, but you know, after this act, we're gonna see where we go because these albums gonna get deep. I'll tell you that much, get deep. But let's go ahead to the next thing. So, has Eminem been Eminem? We gotta talk about Eminem, of course. So, the emergence of the Midwest. Eminem was probably one of the original rappers out of the Midwest. You know, Detroit born. You know, 8 Mile. You got it all. So Eminem was one of the first people out of the Midwest. Followed, you know, he got the Kanye's, and you know, henceforth. The whole Chicago music scene with the Chief Keef, Lil Durk, it goes on. But it all started with him, you know, it started there. And it went its own way. So, you know, do you think that like has in with Eminem, do you think Kanye West or any of these guys are gonna put the Midwest on like M did, or we can take him away and still have the Kanye's and so forth?
Oh yeah, you can definitely still have Kanye.
Yeah.
If M hasn't had like a large influence on the rap game. He's one of those few that we all know this nigga is great, but the people after him, what'd you say, Jam?
They ain't got no influence, like you said.
Yeah, he ain't.
Oh, so he's like the Tracy McGrady of basketball. No offense, Tracy.
No.
It's like, all right, so
everybody know Tracy was great, but he had no influence.
See, M, he put niggas on, but he ain't influenced younger generations. Like he put on D12 Royce, he got 50 his deal, shit like that. But other than that, because 50 don't got no influence either. So he just
at all.
He got more influence as a role model than an artist.
Yeah, you said outside of rap, what he doing?
Yeah.
He's like a producer, like 6 shows.
Yeah, like 50, he put niggas on right now with the TV and stuff, but he ain't influencing no music. Cause Kanye got him out of there. Kanye the only one with influence.
50 Cent from New York. Okay,
that's really that really once they decided to do that little album release, Joe.
Yeah, it was over for 50.
It was over. And 50 did numbers. He did like 600.
Oh yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, 50 Cent, he did a good album, but unfortunately, he chose one of Eminem's like most not Eminem, excuse me, Kanye's one of his most clamored projects. Like he wanted to his graduation, like graduation. This is the good life. This is the life I live in the world.
Yeah.
Eminem,
So M he put Detroit on the map, but
for sure.
He didn't. The niggas coming out of Detroit, you don't hear Eminem in their music.
Who else come out of Detroit?
Like the young niggas, like I hate to say it, but T Grizzly out of Detroit.
Yeah.
And the other
Detroit?
niggas.
I never knew that. I was like, I didn't know. I was like,
this like
the only rapper I know out of Detroit. Literally the only rapper.
Nah,
I thought Chicago. I thought Chicago was the Midwest with all everybody coming out of Chicago.
40 Doug is out of.
Who?
I mean, 42 Doug is out of Detroit.
Yeah, 42 Doug. He another one.
Hell, little baby find him. Damn, lost for that shit. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I think the thing with Eminem influence because he went over that line. You can't do that today.
But
Yeah.
You can't.
I hate to put it.
You're not gonna be able to.
He don't got no like. He got lyrics, like he got bars, but he ain't got like the bar that you can just pick something like it's like it just goes across the skin, like it's just like it's like it's taking it too far. I don't know. I just think I like listening to him. I've never heard like the bar that you could just be like, this is one of the greatest bars of all time. Like whoa, like you can just take this bar and be like, or a verse for instance, like it's just like it's I don't know. That's just me for him. Like
well, you got to listen.
Yeah, you're gonna have to listen to him because he don't got like a lot of one-liners. He got like schemes because he a lyricist. Like
yeah, I know.
you're gonna have to go with verses. Like it's not just one bar.
But even Kendrick got multiple lines. You can go for like time to this day. I mean the last the last verse on Fear when he was 27. Oh man.
And that's a couple of bars. That's not one line.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You say you gotta do whole verses. I'm saying for Kendrick's case, like that right there, or his second or his first verse on Money Trees.
See, you would know that because you listen to Kendrick. A person who listen to him would know his lines.
I mean, I got some M's. Like I listened to a little bit of the Slim Shady LP with the My Name Is the Brain Damage. Like going back, like his first verse on Brain Damage is really good. I like the first verse. I like that verse. And then his core that I think Brain Damage is one of Eminem's best courses. Honestly, like never since the day I was gone.
Yeah, it's hard. Like
Brain Damage. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite songs by Eminem. Like Brain Damage is good. That's a really good track. But like in terms of like other joints, like obviously the real Slim Shady, we all know how that goes. We ain't even gonna get into that one. That's obvious. But I never knew man. Look, that's one of my favorite tracks too. Like I never knew get things like this.
M is the only person. M is the only person that can make music like him.
For sure.
That's why nobody.
Like the best.
That's why nobody's good after him.
Yeah.
The best thing about Eminem is the crazy part is you couldn't think Eminem. You can tell like Eminem has no influence. Like he was not influenced by anybody. He's just him, and that's why a lot of people put him in like.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, bro. Like
because when
you hear Eminem rap, can you think of any rapper before him that was like him? No.
Yes. Yes, I can. They in my top 5 along with him.
Educate the public. So listening to Eminem before Eminem, what rapper do you think influenced Eminem to be Eminem?
You can hear Biggie in M. You can hear Big L in M. You can hear all them niggas like that. You can hear Redman. That's his number one influence.
You definitely hear Redman.
I haven't listened to that. I haven't listened to the diary.
Like you listen to what Biggie say. Like I'm gonna break it down. So you listen to what Biggie say. And more like how he put his shit together is similar to M. If you listen to what Big L say, it's a lot like Big L talking about shooting your grandma in the face. Emma say some shit like that, but he'll take it to another level. Biggie will say some shit, but he'll put it in an intricate way. Eminem did that.
We know what Biggie said. They got the out of pocket. We talked about this last week. We know what
Why you always
Yeah, you gay.
Hey, edit. You can't have that dude, bro. Can't have that.
Bro, I didn't do anything. Biggie said it. Biggie said it, not me.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, M, you can hear M. You can hear them in his shit. It's just the fact that he got so good.
Well, I personally listen to Big L, so I don't. Man.
It's the fact that he got so good at doing what he do, you don't hear it no more.
Yeah.
Like, because you could only hear that shit early on, like Infinite, Slim Shady LP. When the Marshall Mathers LP came around, he was doing his own shit.
Different.
Yeah, he was literally different. Marshall Mathers LP.
So I don't want to say, because we may talk about him again when it comes to the emergence of the Midwest and the act along the road, but I do want to say, Peanut, are we all in agreement here that the Marshall Mathers LP is his best album? Are we all in agreement?
No.
What?
It's not his best album. The Eminem Show is his best album.
Yeah. We definitely gonna decide amongst this when we put that slide together. I wonder how I'm put that together, because the Midwest is weird. Like, you got Kanye and M, but then you got Cheeky, Lil Durk and them. Like, it's not the same music. Like, that's
what is
weird.
I'm doing Chief Keef, man.
I'm just saying. In terms of Midwest artists, it's like M, Kanye West, and then the rest of the Midwest. Like, it's just here and then there. It's not even close. Like, you can't even compare.
I know Aaliyah from Detroit.
Who?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah who?
The singer?
Yeah.
Shit.
I never knew that. Damn.
Yeah, bullshit.
I just looked up Midwest people. They're like, she from Detroit.
I did not know that.
I never knew that. That's tough. Well, look, honestly,
I never actually thought about where she was from, though.
You know, now that y'all say that, we might have to do that instead for the actual when we go to the regions. We might do
Detroit.
Two prominent rap projects, 2 prominent R&B projects, and a wild card. You know?
But like I was saying, the Eminem Show is his best. Marshall Mathers ain't far from it, but he really peaked with the Eminem Show.
The Eminem Show, he lost it.
Yeah, he damn near. I don't know what the fuck got into him.
We'll have to hit on it later. We'll have to hit on it later, definitely. But I'm gonna have to add it, because I know the Marshall Mathers LP for me is just that joint crazy. Like,
I know, I understand.
He was in a different bag.
It was stupid. I understand.
I totally understand. I've listened to these albums more than a few times. I know exactly what part you thought he was snapping at. I know what track you talking about.
Yeah,
I know.
as long as we are understanding about the Marshall Mathers LP, as long as we understand. But the emergence of the Midwest, man. The Midwest was, I think the Midwest in entirety is probably one of the more interesting regions out of all rap, being that you got M and Kanye, and you got, Durk and the drill music. Like, it's not even one and the same. You can't even say that. It's like, you don't even know. Like, it's just something entirely different. So it's like, for me, it's like that's crazy. The Midwest is interesting. So I'm gonna have to definitely think about that. But being that Aaliyah's from Detroit, dang, rest in peace, Aaliyah. But dang, we definitely got to talk about
Big Sean. That was maybe one person out of these.
Big Sean, my boy. I forgot about Big Sean. That's one of my favorite rappers. That's when we got to talk about Big Sean.
M played. He was a heavy influence to Big Sean.
Definitely.
Yeah, he ain't got to talk about Sean, but.
Oh, yes, we do. In the Midwest, we do.
Oh, well, you said it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of the Midwest, yes, we do.
I thought you just hold on now.
Hey, Big Sean's a good rapper. Do not disrespect Big Sean, please. Anyways, as we all know, Dr. Dre has produced all of M's projects, majority of them, if not all of them. And rapper, producer was a very common thing until recent. A lot of times, whatever producer did your original album, you rock with him, like, majority of your career. That's just how it was. So, my question to y'all is like, where does Dre and M rank in terms of producer and rap duos? Even though they weren't like an official duo rap with a name, but Dr. Dre had heavy influence on all those projects, so you can say it was one and the same. So where
they top 10. it'll be a top 10 connection.
Because we got some good arguments. We got Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Because Blacker Than the Soul Brother, that's some fire. You know, you got Gangstar with DJ Premier, and I don't know his other. What is his name? Guru. Thank you.
You got Dre and Snoop.
Dre and Snoop.
Dre and Snoop.
Yeah.
You got Kanye and Hov.
Kanye and Hov. Oh, jeez. Ooh, man.
That's gonna be a tough one.
What Kanye and Hov? Kanye did half of the blueprint, the first one. Oh, it was going crazy.
Drake will have the best one or whatever, but because Drake in there like 4 or 5 times. That was Drake in there with like 4 different people. I mean, he got NWA shit. He got him and Snoop, him and him, 50. He'll be in there a couple times.
No, Drake got
a little bit of
I think I'm missing some other. No, I'm missing some more people, but I know some couple of the DJs I listen to.
I mean, you got RZA did Wu-Tang.
Yeah, you got DJ Premier and Royce the 5'9".
Yeah,
they never miss.
DJ Premier and Illmatic. Nas and Illmatic.
Yeah,
definitely up there.
So DJ Premier in there a lot too. Dre in there a lot.
What? Havoc will be in there, right? Havoc. Well,
yeah, Havoc and Prodigy. I mean, Mobb Deep. That's
Mobb Deep. I mean, come on.
Ain't no such thing. Halfway crook. They're scared to look.
Yeah. So
the Tupac the main producer, or he just was all over the place.
He was all over the place. He just had a bunch of West Coast niggas. Biggie too, yeah.
Biggie had, Biggie had Puff, right?
Puff didn't produce a lot of Ready to Die.
He touched on the instrument. I think with Puff, he was like the executive so much, but I mean, okay, I would say Biggie all over the place.
Diddy was an ad-libber. He
he definitely produced some shit, but
he did. I'm just saying, but you know, we laugh at Diddy now because of the ad-libs. Because he come in the joint and be like, yo, ho, just be random ad-libs don't make no sense, but hey, they fire when you hear them. Well, that's a pretty great question, you know, Dre and him. And in terms of, I think we already answered this question why Peter chose Martha Master LP over Relapse. You know, it's his favorite. We got that. We went over this. So I'm not going to, you know, reintroduce that all over again. But my final question is, in terms of greatest of all time in tiers from A to F, where would you put M?
Wait, is
how many people getting tier?
M is God tier. M is God tier.
How many people about? You got 5 in each tier, or what in each tier?
I'm saying tier in general: A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier.
That's tough. That's why I think I need to put him. I guess I put him in A tier, but he.
All right, so then let's get specific. Then A plus, A, or A minus.
He's in God tier. There is no A tier for him.
Yeah, he's your favorite rapper.
God tier. He's in God tier.
I got him at A to A minus. Got him at A.
He's not an A tier now. He's a B plus. He's the highest B.
You lied, right? You lied right now.
That is a hot take. Bro said
it's very hot.
Either high B is like A, but
M is a lot of people say M is arguably one of the top 10 greatest rappers of all time, and you got him at a B plus. Like, damn, is he even cracking? That asks me, is he even cracking your top 20 then? Because, like, man.
Because I had different tiers, like, okay, the gap between a Hov and Jadakiss is big to me. But Jadakiss is in my top 10.
I mean, honestly, Jadakiss is great at what he does. But in terms of, like, compared to other rappers, where, like, come on, you Hov and Jadakiss.
I'm better than Jay.
Like, Hov and Jadakiss, like, bro, that's not even, that's here. Like, I can't even put that on the screen how wide that
I ain't gonna say all that. I
already don't know enough.
But yeah, because that's
bro, you're comparing Jay-Z, a top 5 rapper of all time, to Jadakiss.
Jadakiss could be top 5.
Let's listen to more Jadakiss now.
Okay. I ain't gonna use Jadakiss. I'm gonna use DMX. The gap between DMX and Hov is big. So I have the top 4 or 5 rappers their age. Once you get to 6, 7, they might be on the B. Like, this is the way I got it. So M is like, M is between 6 and 15. Depends how I'm feeling. He can fall between 6 and 15. Depends who I done heard that day.
That's interesting.
My top 5.
I like the way you put that. Well, that's pretty much all I got. Wasn't really too much we could talk about. Relapses. It was like 4 Year Eyes going to be pretty high and dry conversation. A lot of people ain't love the album. A lot of people ain't hate the album either. It's one of those albums that just fell through the cracks, unfortunately. But we're back for the final episode of Act 1. We're taking it to Soul. Soul, yes, Soul. We're taking it to Anderson Paak. Anderson Paak. Those that don't know, Come Down. I ain't never come down. I'm not. Yeah, y'all know the songs. That was on the Sunday NFL Countdown like 5 years ago. If you watch it, you know what song we're talking about. The album Malibu. It's a lot of people have not listened to this album. When it was presented to me, I never listened to it, but I did listen to it, and it's a good album. So I probably listen to it because it's been a couple of weeks since I have listened to it. But when we come back, with episode 5, definitely look out for Malibu. Malibu was our next episode, so stay tuned for that. I'm definitely gonna get into that. But other things going on with Music Central, right now I'm trying to decipher where to go next with the acts wise. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave it as an opening question. I'm thinking about the 4 regions. We can go East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and South, or we can go the origins of rap. We can go origins of the East Coast and the West Coast. We can try that. Those two, without those, then you get the Midwest and the South. Then you get the
West Coast going last.
Why do you think that?
Yeah, West Coast is the best coast.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We're not going to get
West Coast has made the best music to this day.
We're not gonna get in that right now. But shall we do the 4 regions or should we just do the 2 coasts and rock out? Let us know in the comments. We're definitely gonna figure this out. And then obviously after, because is it gonna be those 4 acts or is it gonna be those 2 acts, and then we'll get into this year's projects. But I want to do that next. But being that we record pretty frequently, we gotta let the whole catalog of 2021 come out yet, because during this time, I'll just drop the album, so definitely gotta listen to that. Summer Walker's in a couple weeks, so we got some heat coming. So the year ain't over yet, but nonetheless, that's all I got for y'all guys today. As always, it's your guy IRA signing off, because there is no father to my style. I had to conclude it again to get the people laughing.
A fucking liar.
If you don't watch Wu-Tang and American Saga, go watch it. Definitely can't miss it. Come on. If you're not watching it, gotta go do it. Got to. But like I said, that's all I got. As always, it's your host, Ira signing off, and see y'all soon.